Okay, I just noticed something. WWE X OVO collaboration. Now, in the past, WWE went to like Canada and Drake was sitting next to Lil Yachty, but WWE refused to put the camera on Drake and say, hey, we got Drake in the building. They did it for every celebrity known to man, and then they just never did it with Drake, who's obviously the biggest celebrity that has ever attended, a WWE event recently. Now, WWE was all up Travis Scott's ass and painting Travis Scott to be this big figure in WWE, which I knew this was going to fail from the get-go, because Travis Scott is not a person that is a go-getter, could listen. He's hard to work with. He's immature. He's really like a 16-year-old kid that's not mature. Doesn't listen, scrawny, doesn't work out, should be nowhere near a WWE ring. He had buku people, die at his event, the Astroworld event. He assumingly used Drake. He used Drake fame. Well, Drake made him hot for the last 5 years. And then all of a sudden, he joins the crowd with Metro Boomin to diss Drake. He had the whole industry versus Drake, when Drake was the one who put the industry on his back and give multiple people shots. You got the Drake stimulus package. If Drake hopped on your song, it was gonna be a big hit for a month or longer. So Travis Scott turns his back on Drake instead of just being neutral and say, hey, Drake gave me some hits, blah blah blah. He's staying out of it. Drake ain't never did Travis Scott a thing. So now when Triple H realized Travis Scott wasn't gonna make the cut, Travis Scott played them, Travis Scott is horrible, Travis Scott sucks. When Triple H realizes that, they run back to Drake. And now they have a OVO X WWE clothing line coming out. After WWE essentially chose sides with Travis Scott, realized Travis Scott wasn't shit, he couldn't, make the cut in development, just to train for a little match. We always thought, people were saying, oh, Travis Scott versus Cody Rhodes. Why in the hell would Travis Scott be fighting Cody Rhodes? I swear, some of these fans dumb as hell. Travis Scott couldn't even give a slap to Cody without rupturing his eardrum or something, something dumb. So now we have Drake and WWE collaborating. But is WWE gonna apologize to Drake for choosing sides and running back? Are they gonna give Drake a performance? Because Drake is the only person that could probably sell out an arena with the WWE. If you put Drake, not necessarily on the match card, which Drake is in shape and he can probably do a little bit of wrestling moves without, looking dumb like Travis Scott. He can probably hold the belt at least. Travis Scott can't even do that. Drake can make an appearance. Maybe Drake can, be a little heel or something. Or Drake could just, put on a performance. Maybe do 2 or 3 songs like a little halftime show, or maybe Drake can do the theme music for, you know, whatever show that's going to be in Canada. You know, that will sell out. If you put Drake and WWE together, it's going to sell out. Especially even WrestleMania. Like, WWE doesn't have any stars. You can literally get Drake not even on the match card. Just say Drake is opening WrestleMania and everyone's gonna buy a ticket. You know, you think people paying 30 grand for a front row seat at WrestleMania for this trash? Hell, you throw Drake on there, they're gonna sell out. So, I mean, Travis Scott probably drew zero, you know, interest in WrestleMania. Like, man, no one cares. No one cares about Travis Scott like that. Like, okay, they like his music, he has a niche, but Travis Scott fans probably don't really care about wrestling like that anyway. But, man, this Drake collab, you know, if they want to capitalize on it, they need to start promoting it right. I only saw one commercial for it. Just one, and that was it. You know, usually, you know, Raw be having millions of commercials, SmackDown be having millions of commercials, and I only saw this once. Man, I don't even see Drake promoting it on his Instagram. So I don't know if this is something that they've been done and they pulled it back because of Travis Scott. And Metro Boomin did, whenever they came to Atlanta, he did something with WWE. And you know Metro Boomin don't like Drake. You know, so, man, hopefully, you know, Drake does get his revenge and, you know, he has a bigger collab with WWE than Travis Scott did. I would like to see that. But y'all put in your comments and you know, is WWE petty for this or is WWE wrong? You know, they should have had that collab with Drake.